Hi, I'm Mr. X Banker. I got fired from my banking job for making too many dad jokes about compound interest and suggesting customers actually read the fine print. That's why today I've been asked to explain the 7 levels of financial freedom in increasing order of complexity and decreasing order of your chances of actually achieving them. In the modern world, whether you like it or not, you're probably going to be downloading budgeting apps and crying into your avocado toast while calculating how many lattes equal your rent payment. I'm not here to judge whether putting investment advice on TikTok in a fun, gamified format with practically zero financial education is a good thing. You can look at your bank account and make that decision for yourself.
Go yourself.
Level 1, Survival Mode. You have enough money to not die. Congratulations, you've achieved what every other mammal on the planet does instinctively, except they don't have to worry about credit scores and student loans. Your financial strategy consists of hoping your card doesn't get declined at the grocery store while maintaining eye contact with the cashier. You've mastered mental math, not because you're good at it, but because you need to calculate whether you can afford that extra pack of gum without overdrafting.
Now, Shaq, I heard a story about you today, and I was very surprised to find out that you once had your credit card declined at Walmart. How is that possible?
This is where 40% of Americans live, which explains why financial literacy isn't taught in schools. It's bad for business. Your portfolio consists of loose change in your car's cup holder and that $20 bill you forgot about in your winter coat. Level 2, Stability. You can pay your bills without selling a kidney on the dark web. You've discovered the revolutionary concept of spending less than you earn, a financial strategy so advanced that 67% of Americans haven't figured it out yet. Your emergency fund has enough money to cover exactly one emergency, as long as that emergency costs less than $500, happens on a Tuesday and doesn't involve your car, health, or housing. Basically, your emergency fund can handle your phone screen cracking. You've learned to budget, which is like learning to diet. Everyone knows they should do it, most people fail at it, and there's an entire industry built around making you feel guilty about your failures. You start understanding why poor people stay poor. Being poor is expensive. Late fees, overdraft charges, higher insurance premiums. This system is a reverse loyalty program, where the less money you have, the more everything costs. Level 3, Debt Freedom. You owe money to nobody except the IRS, and they're surprisingly patient collectors compared to your credit card company. You've learned that paying minimum balances is basically financial quicksand, with better marketing. The average American takes 18 years to pay off credit card debt. The pyramids were built faster than that. Your credit card debt has more staying power than most Hollywood marriages. You've cut up credit cards like you're performing financial surgery. You learn to say, "I can't afford it," instead of, "I'll put it on the card." This phrase feels weird at first, like speaking a foreign language, because American culture has conditioned us to believe debt is normal. At level 3, you realize credit card companies aren't in the credit business. They're in the debt business. Banks don't make money from people who pay balances in full. They make money from people trapped in minimum payment hell. Level 4, Security. You have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved because some financial guru on YouTube told you to. You sleep better knowing you could survive unemployment for exactly 127 days before reverting to level 1. Your money sits in a savings account earning 0.01% interest, which is basically inflation's way of laughing at you. Your $10,000 emergency fund earns $1 per year, while inflation eats $300 worth of purchasing power. You've learned about high-yield savings accounts, which is banking's way of making 2% sound exciting. High yield in banking is like jumbo on fast food menus. It's all relative to their artificially low standards. This is the first level where you can sleep without calculating whether you can afford to get sick. Financial security isn't about having a lot of money. It's about not worrying about money. Level 5, Flexibility. Your investments are actually growing faster than your expenses. You've discovered index funds, basically the Toyota Camry of investing. Reliable, boring, and gets you where you need to go without breaking down. You can take a vacation without selling your plasma. This is where compound interest starts working for you instead of against you. You know that scene in movies where the character realizes they have superpowers? That's compound interest at level 5. Except instead of flying, your money makes more money while you sleep. You've learned about dollar cost averaging, just a fancy way of saying invest the same amount regularly, regardless of what the market is doing. It's like being in a committed relationship with an index fund. At level 5, you understand why time is more important than timing. A 25-year-old investing $200 monthly will have more money at retirement than a 35-year-old investing $400 monthly. Math doesn't care about your excuses or your late start. The hardest part isn't the math, it's the psychology. Markets go up, markets go down. You'll want to sell when everything is crashing and buy when everything is soaring. This is your brain trying to lose money with scientific precision. Level 6, independence. Your passive income covers your living expenses. You could quit your job tomorrow, but you probably won't because you've spent so many years optimizing your life around making money that you've forgotten what you actually wanted to do with it. The 4% rule says you can withdraw 4% of your portfolio annually without running out of money. This assumes markets behave rationally, which is like assuming your ex will give back your Netflix password. Technically possible, but don't bet your retirement on it. At level 6, you have what economists call FU money. Enough money to say exactly what you think without worrying about consequences. Your boss can't threaten you with unemployment because unemployment is now optional. You start understanding the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Rich people have high incomes. Wealthy people have assets that generate income. A surgeon making $500,000 who spends $500,000 is rich but not wealthy. A teacher with a $1 million portfolio generating $40,000 annually is wealthy, not rich. Level 7, abundance. You have more money than you know what to do with. Your biggest financial decision is whether to buy the yacht with the helicopter pad or the slightly bigger yacht without one. At this level, your money makes money that makes money. It's like a financial pyramid scheme, except legal, and you're at the top. You've achieved what economists call stupid money, so much that you could make terrible decisions and still be fine. You start foundations, donate to causes, and try to solve problems that your money helped create in the first place. You discover that level 7 comes with unique challenges. Everyone wants money from you. Family members you haven't heard from in years suddenly remember your birthday. You realize that money can't buy happiness, but poverty can definitely prevent it. The skills that got you to level 7, discipline, delayed gratification, long-term thinking, are more valuable than the money itself. Most people never make it past level 3, not because they're lazy or dumb, but because the system is built to keep you buying things you don't need with money you don't have, just to impress people you don't even like. The path to financial freedom is actually simple. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Don't panic when markets crash, and then wait 20 to 30 years. Simple. Yes. Easy, not really. It's about as easy as explaining crypto to your grandmother while she's still trying to figure out why her TV remote is controlling the ceiling fan. The hardest part isn't the math. Compound interest has been understood for centuries. The hardest part is living below your means in a society that profits from keeping you insecure. Every ad, every influencer flex, every limited time offer is engineered to drag you backwards. Your brain wasn't built for Wall Street. It evolved to keep you alive in small tribes, not to manage money in a global economy. To your caveman brain, spending feels like sharing resources and saving feels like hoarding. That's why budgeting feels less like freedom and more like dieting. You're fighting millions of years of instincts armed with nothing but a spreadsheet. But here's the secret. Once you understand the game, you don't have to play by their rules. You can build wealth slowly and deliberately while everyone else is busy buying happiness on credit. Financial freedom isn't about infinite money. It's about enough money to make your own choices. And in a world designed to strip those choices away, that might be the most valuable thing you can buy. The climb from level 1 to level 7 isn't just about stacking cash. It's about becoming the kind of person who can. Start where you are with what you have. You can't skip levels, but you don't have to stay stuck at any of them forever. I am your host, Mr. X Banker. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.